go-to counterpick for Samus, but against Marth, I think his hitboxes are going to control the platforms really well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I could see how this is the neutral stage, because it's a good, in a sense, good stage for both. I think that Samus doesn't want Battlefield, because it's essentially a worse FOD.
Yeah, I think Marth actually, if Samus is good on Yoshi, I think the counterpick is either Pokemon, FD, or Battlefield. I've seen people take Samus to Battlefield. See how technical Daydee is, hack stashing on the ledge.
Amazing. Probably the first Daydee dash.
Daydee dash. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, hack stashing with Samus. So I know a certain organization is probably gonna pick up Daydee soon. But
interesting.
But yeah, I think Daydee is in his own right a very solid player that has historically a lot of good wins. And oh wow, that downer was brutal actually. Eekim actually stops for a while and thinks about it.
Had to think, wow, so good.
Yeah, oh, that grab was wishful thinking.
Yeah, he doesn't take too much damage though, since he's at so low percentage. Nothing is really gonna combo, the CC still beats everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So throwing out hitboxes like grab and down smashes at low percentage isn't as bad as doing it on higher percentages. This is also one of those matchups where having a percent lead as Marth isn't gonna matter as much, because you're gonna die way earlier than Samus anyways.
Absolutely. So this matchup, in general, I think it's actually in Marth's favor. But I can see how people think it's in Samus' favor. I know Daydee actually thinks this matchup isn't too bad for Samus, because Samus' range isn't bad by any means. Marth, it's kind of like the pop effect, where Marth has to like slice Samus 1,000 times to make her die. But Samus actually just needs one good edge guard and it's over for Marth. Then again, Marth is really good at the edge with Samus as well.
That is true, but the edge guarding Samus is really rough. She has a lot of options which Marth has a hard time covering. And if you're gonna hard commit to covering one of the options, you pretty much have no option of covering the other ones. So let's say you read a air dodge into grapple, and you jump out to hit it. If Samus up B's instead, she's just gonna hit you. So you see Eekim, instead of jumping off stage and trying to beat for an edge guard, he's just gonna try racking up damage over and over again.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like Daydee is slowly but surely racking up the damage. This is also kind of a Samus thing against Marth. Daydee is so good at keeping himself alive while poking out damage on the enemy and not committing too hard to make him like put himself in a position where he can get hit by strong attacks that will kill him. Right now, a tipper fair or a tipper upper will for sure kill him. Maybe not tipper fair, and he actually closed out that stock without dying as well.
This is already a problem for Marth, where Marth the Rider is everything, and then when Samus is so good at living, it just kind of amplifies Marth's weakness. So, like, how usually Marth versus floaties go is that it's super even until the floaty gets to high percent, and then the floaty just keeps like making the gap bigger and bigger by taking more stocks while staying at high percent. Oh my god, Daydee, you're nuts.
That was he just went for it. He thought it was
Daydee, stupidly cocky when he has a lead, but also very good at holding the lead. So it's very frustrating playing against Daydee when he's in the lead.
Absolutely. I think a lot has to do with him actually being a professional esport. Previously, he's been a pro in StarCraft.
Yes.
And you can really like feel that mentality thing shining through even in Melee. He doesn't get too upset when he loses. He always like seems to analyze every situation to be like, yeah, there's always next tournament, what can I do?
Yes.
And that's why he's not shaken up by being at loss, and he's really good at like staying in the lead because he knows his mentality is better than the others persons.
Yeah, that's definitely something you have to learn as well.
Yeah, definitely.
He's very good at taking what's given to him.
Absolutely. On all levels of melee, people actually start playing differently when they are in the lead or at loss. Daydee doesn't have that effect, kinda, except for maybe he goes for more risks. That's generally accepted to be the way to go. If you're in the lead, you can take more risks because there is such a high reward, and if you lose, you will probably not even like get evened out.
For sure. Eekim is actually has a solid, almost 2-stock lead right now. See, Yoshi is kind of takes away what Martha right is, where Martha's probably killing, because you die so early anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this actually is a...
Oh my god,
that
okay.
was pretty nutty, actually.
So he DI'd into the wall, so the down tilt stage spiked him. I've actually never seen that happen with down tilt before, only down smash. Pulling out the new technology.
Duck taking notes.
Yes.
But yeah, Daydee as a player actually has one of the most impressive wins of all Swedish smashers, except for maybe top 3. He beat Disket Boogie at Beast.
Yeah.
It was actually super hype. He timed him out last game and everybody was screaming.
Actually rise to fame because of the Oskifling picture.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone knows about Daydee beating this kid.
Do you call it the Askefling picture in Norway?
Yeah. Yes.
Even though Daydee is in the like foreground, but Askefling is in the background.
Oskifling actually just stealing all of Daydee's glory by having that glorious pose.
Actually, yeah, that was pretty much everyone's reaction.
Daydee's really bringing it back though. Eekim had a 2-stock lead, but he's taking 2 stocks in a row and is looking to take a 3rd one.
Definitely. But I know Daydee has some problems with the Spaceys matchups, for example. He's a lot better at the floaty matchups. For example, Marth, Ice Climbers. He's very good against Sheik as well. But
yeah. I think it has to do with Stockholm not having many spaces. It's the city of the floaties with Marts and Sheiks and Ices and stuff like that.
Absolutely. I think their best Spacey, except for Leffen, which doesn't attend many locals, is Pipsqueak, I think. Yeah. And I don't think Pipsqueak is on the same level as Daydee, per se. But
per se.
Per se.
No,
but
you're definitely right. There's a skill gap there.
Even though Pipsqueak is actually very solid by its own, but I think Daydee needs to find practice partners that are better foxes. Hint, hint, present.
Yes.
Oh, that hit will kill him actually. Eekim takes the game.
Yeah, Samus is notorious for having not a good ledge dash, so Eekim just waits for him to get up from the ledge, spaces outside of fair range, and just F smashes him.
It's gonna be Dreamland now for sure.
This is gonna be a long one, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those matchups where people will complain in chat.
Yes.
There is a lot of matchups that people will complain in chat. Most people don't like it if it's not Captain Falcon or Space is playing, but
I think it's not gonna be as long as Niklas versus Spookmaster though. This is
yeah, exactly.
Niklas gonna be
actually,
5 games.
Niklas is actually a legend for coming top 8, doing like achieving top 8 in this tournament.
Yeah, it's good to see low tier heroes getting results.
Oh, what? Oh, right, it was that, yeah. Actually,
yeah, if you do a grapple or like air dodge and you grapple frame 1, you're just gonna fly super high up. I don't know what happens, but it does.
Yeah, I think Daydee explained it to me once. But yeah, even game, even set.
Actually going way faster than I would have expected.
Oh my god. I think Eekim had to realize that the charge shot was coming.
I think he reacted to it and rolled, but like since he rolled, he got hit by it.
Yeah, probably. I think he dash danced and then he was gonna stop, and shield stop to just shield it. But I think he didn't get the correct timing. So
what might have also happened is that he tried to, his reaction was to dash back, dash away from the charge shot, but then he realized it wouldn't work, so he tried to shield, and the combination of those two became a roll away.
Yeah. Daydee stalling.
The usual. Classic. Eekim going way out there, but he knows he's gonna live. He just takes 6% or something like that.
Absolutely. Daydee is actually using the grapple really well for when Marth's trying to edge guard. He always gets some percentage out of that. Oh, that's a tipper. But he misses the tipper.
Then it's not the tipper.
But it was a tipper, like, he could have gotten a tipper.
Yeah, I get you.
It's like screaming, "That's a rest!" and then they missed the rest. So anticlimactic.
Actually, a lot of stocks taken in a very short amount of time for the matchup being played right now.
Yeah, and on Dreamland as well. Ooh.
I think it actually just has to do with Daydee being really, really good at killing Marth when he's off stage.
Yeah. Oh, what was that?
Missing the punish, he got stuck in
his
his
tipper.
Yeah, okay, that was a tipper, yes.
Ooh, wow. Marth's get up attack, not very good from the ledge. Usually a sign that the Marth has like, what am I gonna do when it's on the ledge?
Yeah, usually it's like a result of being flustered by missing your inputs, so you try to do them faster to hit them, but then you do it too fast and then you just get a normal get up instead of a ledge dash or something like that.
Yeah.
Eekim probably a little bit frustrated about not being able to kill Daydee right now.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one of the hardest parts of this matchup. Is definitely a war of attrition.
Crucial tech actually. Eekim missed his stock and he needs to get like a really huge shade of fairs or up airs.
Actually died to a Samus up air at 200%.
That's pretty
Welcome
nutty.
to Dreamland, ladies and gentlemen.
He just waited for the roll. Samus doesn't have any options there actually.
Yeah, the down smash isn't gonna kill if it's on.
He can
just gives up.
Just leave.
Understandable. It's a 3 stocks to 1 and it's Dreamland. It's gonna be really hard to come like that.
I think many people will probably do the same. I think he wanted to keep his mentality as intact as possible. Seeing yourself down 1 stock to 3 and not being able to kill the opponent is it's very disheartening. But this is a stage for sure. Marth can do some stuff against Samus. But this is also notorious for being a good Samus stage.
I don't think it's a good Samus stage in this matchup, but I know Daydee likes the stage. He often counterpicks it actually. He says it's one of his favorite stages.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the reason it's good for Marth is that Samus doesn't have any platforms to land on, so if Marth just gets Samus in the air, he can just shark the landing over and over again. And you can also not missile as well on this stage, because you can't use the platforms to set up the missiles.
Yeah, that's true. But I know Daydee's really good at spacing with fair and not fair, but F tilt and up tilt.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a Daydee stage though, because Daydee is so good at the ground game, and this stage is all ground game.
Absolutely.
Daydee has been really reserved with how he's landing the entire set, using a lot of bombs and trying to wait out Eekim's options. This match, he's just been landing with downers over and over again, he's been getting big.
I think you can rough for Eekim actually.
Yeah. Oh,
that
back
hit.
That's a tipper.
It's not undoable by any means. I think this matchup is a lot like the longer the game goes, the more the lead like means, even if the lead is bigger or smaller. Like there's still like it's like a pace thing. It's not a very volatile matchup per se. It's just a matchup that you will need to be consistent in, and you can most often see who's gonna be the winner of the game just by watching the first stock.
Yeah, for sure. Because a lead, it's so hard to like get back a lead in this matchup. Because for every opening Marth tries to get, there's always the risk of him just getting crouch cancelled or up beat out of shield.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the same with Samus actually.
So yeah, you're not often gonna see a stock or a character just like 0 to deaths the other one in this matchup. So getting the lead is really crucial, even early, but in most matchups that doesn't apply.
Eekim is actually coming back, right as we tell him to, that's not horrible.
Yeah, he gets an early kill though, with the downer, that's really gonna help bring back the game. That usually doesn't happen in this matchup.
Definitely.
At least not in PAL, because you can either cancel the downer, per se.
per se. I think Daydee has a good record against Eekim per se.
I think Daidee's pretty good person. Eekim actually bringing back the entire game though. He was one stock down. Now it's an even game actually.
Fantastic wave dash into grab actually. So smooth. Ooh, that was a nice nair. Catching Daidee's spot dodge. Oh no, he has misspaced a little bit, but it's not undoable by any means.
No, he tried to land on the stage before there, but he fast though and then went off stage.
Ooh.
That magnetic grabs him.
I never thought that would connect actually.
Samus actually has the best grab in the game per se. Covers both roll and spot dodge.
It's pretty nutty.
It's actually so bad, but if you don't know what you're doing,
super bad, but
I mean,
Samus grab is
situational.
Very situational. It's very risky as well, but yeah, it's looking rough for Eekim now. But he's gonna close out this. Oh wow, that was a nice guy actually.
Yeah, Eekim is really good at keeping Daydee off stage, but he often loses his stock by jumping off stage because he's too antsy to get the kill.
Definitely, I think this must be so frustrating for Eekim. He was ringing it back, and he had Daydee at like 100% when he was at 100. Now he's at 137 and he hasn't closed out the stock. This just shows how much actual stocks means in this matchup.
Yeah, because they've done like about equal damage to each other, or Daidee's done a little bit more, but they've gotten like the same amount of openings, but Daidee's still up by an entire stock.
That was nice.
Yeah, this is gonna be really rough though. If Daydee can CC everything he does, he just needs to grab.